Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you're a focused learner digging for a clear, structured breakdown of corporate growth and strategic positioning, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're cracking open the FY26 annual report for iValue Infosolutions. The goal here is simple, really. We're going to give you a totally objective, comprehensive analysis of their investment profile, how their financials have evolved, and how they are gearing up for this massive AI future everyone's talking about. We're relying strictly on their latest financial disclosures to map out exactly where this company stands and, more importantly, where it's headed.
Okay, let's dive right into this. The high-tech stakes right now can basically be boiled down to one phrase: AI for security and security for AI. Think about the modern enterprise landscape today. IT complexity is, frankly, staggering, and cyber threats are multiplying by the second. Organizations are desperately trying to speed up their digital transformation to boost efficiency, right? But at the same time, they're absolutely terrified of the new vulnerabilities that come with it. It's a massive, tangled web of data and risk, and this is exactly the problem iValue aims to solve. They literally exist to help enterprises navigate this exact complexity.
And that actually brings us to the core thesis of our explainer today. Check out this quote from Sunil Pillai, the chairman and managing director. He says that FY26, quote, validated our 18-year transformation from a specialist technology distributor into a strategic technology and solutions partner. Now, that is not just standard corporate speak. This represents a fundamental shift in their entire business model. They are way beyond just passing products from point A to point B these days. They've totally transformed into an entity that architects full-scale solutions.
So here's our investment prospectus for today. 1. The iValue business model. 2. Driving the revenue engine. 3. The FY26 financial growth scorecard. 4. Capital efficiency and profitability. And finally, number 5, AI and future prospects.
Section 1. The iValue business model.
To really grasp their current market position, we've got to define who they actually are today. And I think a general contractor analogy works perfectly here. In the past, as a specialist technology distributor, iValue basically just sold the bricks, right? They provided the raw materials. But today, as a strategic technology and solutions partner, they don't just sell the bricks, they design and integrate the whole building. They sit right at this crucial intersection of global tech innovators, system integrators, and enterprise customers. By leveraging a massive network of over 115 OEM partners and 866 system integrators, they're custom-building digital infrastructure for more than 8,000 customers. They are taking complex technology goals and translating them into actual, measurable business outcomes.
Section 2. Driving the revenue engine.
Now, what's really interesting here is how they actually monetize this multi-layered model. Take a look at where the heavy lifting is happening in their FY26 revenue mix. Cybersecurity is absolutely their dominant engine, making up 50.1% of their gross sales, and it grew at over 27% this past year. That's driven by this relentless, totally unyielding demand for cloud security, threat protection, and identity management. Right behind that, we've got Information Lifecycle Management, or ILM, sitting at 20.6%. This focuses on data backup, recovery, and governance, which are critical needs right now as enterprise data volumes just absolutely explode. So together, cybersecurity and ILM are these highly profitable engines that are keeping this company moving forward at a rapid pace.
But here's the kicker, they aren't just selling these solutions as one-offs. Because iValue uses a multi-OEM approach, meaning they integrate technologies from a bunch of different providers, they can orchestrate completely integrated transformation journeys for their clients. It's like putting together a giant puzzle perfectly tailored for each customer. And this approach creates a highly sticky relationship. You can see the proof right in their reporting. 42.2% of their business is now annuity-based. That means a massive chunk of their revenue is recurring, giving them tremendous stability and predictability for their long-term growth profile.
Section 3. FY26 Financial Growth Scorecard.
Okay, so the business theory is sound, but does it actually translate to the balance sheet? Well, the objective data tells a super clear story about market demand. If we look at gross sales billed to customers, iValue jumped from 2,439.4 crores in FY25 to a massive 2,913.9 crores in FY26. That is a seriously impressive 19.5% increase year over year. Revenue from operations specifically also jumped 14.4% to over 1,055 crores. This top-line growth is broad-based, and it really proves that enterprises are actively seeking out iValue's integrated multi-OEM solution stacks instead of trying to piece the whole shebang together themselves.
Section 4. Capital efficiency and profitability.
So the crucial point here is a classic one. Revenue is vanity, but profit is sanity. right? How efficiently is management actually generating all that growth? I really want to hammer home this specific metric because it's incredibly impactful for anyone analyzing their investment profile. For FY26, iValue reported an adjusted return on capital employed, or ROCE, of 46.5%. That's up from 35.1% the previous year. This metric demonstrates just incredible capital efficiency. It shows us that the company isn't just burning through cash to buy growth. They are executing with immense discipline and generating significant returns on the capital they actually deploy into the business.
We can see this operational discipline even more clearly when we look at their working capital. They have successfully squeezed their net working capital cycle down from 42 days in FY25 to just 30 days in FY26, meaning they're turning their inventory and receivables into cash much faster, which frees up a ton of liquidity. At the same time, their return on equity stayed very healthy at 19.8%, proving they can maintain strong performance even as the overall business scales up rapidly.
Ultimately, all of this efficiency drops straight to the bottom line. Their normalized profit after tax stood at a really robust 102.3 crores for the year, representing a nearly 20% increase. And just as importantly, they've maintained a fortress of a balance sheet, ending the year with a cash position of about 212 crores, after adjusting for debt. It's exactly this kind of financial discipline that puts them in a prime position to aggressively pursue the next massive wave in technology.
Section 5. AI and Future Prospects.
Let's move to that next wave and see how this all builds into management's strategic runway for the future. They've made it abundantly clear that the convergence of cybersecurity, cloud, and artificial intelligence is completely reshaping enterprise priorities. To capitalize on this, iValue is proactively building a 4-step enterprise AI ecosystem. Step 1, AI infrastructure, laying down that hybrid cloud groundwork. Step 2, AI security, to protect those vast data models. Step 3, AI data platforms, ensuring the quality and availability of enterprise data. Because, let's face it, AI outcomes depend entirely on good data. And Step 4, AI operations. By partnering with global hyperscalers and OEMs, they are perfectly positioning themselves across the entire value chain of this colossal enterprise shift.
Which brings us to our final thought. We've walked through the 18-year transformation. We've seen their 50% reliance on the booming cybersecurity sector. We've analyzed the 19.5% gross sales growth, that exceptional 46.5% return on capital, and their strategic framework for the future. So, based on the objective financial and operational evidence presented in the FY26 report today, is iValue positioned to win the enterprise AI era? I will leave you to draw your own conclusions on their investment profile. Thanks so much for joining this explainer, and keep learning.